Welcome to another Walter Football video. I'm Charlie Campbell, Senior Draft Analyst. Before we get rolling, I suggest you click into the settings, speed it up to 1.25 or 1.5. All right, got a couple interesting topics to hit on this week. So, first up, let's get into the Combine. I don't know if you guys saw, but a few weeks ago in the hot press, I guess it was a few weeks ago, I don't know, when you got a toddler and everything, time just blurs together. But recently, I wrote a report on how the Combine, the future of it and kind of looking at it. The NFL announced a while back that it was going to explore moving it out of Indianapolis after next year's Combine in 2022. It'll be back in Indy, but then after that, it looks like it's gone. So anyways, I reached out to some people around the league to kind of get their perspective on it. So I have some interesting quotes here passed along from an area scout. So, and this guy's a long tenured scout from a prolific NFL family, so he's very plugged in. So anyways, this is what he said. Combine moving out of Indy is a done deal. They're going to move it all around like they do with the draft or Super Bowl. I think they will keep it inside a dome so that rules out a lot of cities. Agents won't want quarterbacks throwing outside where wind could impact their players. You could have rain, wet turf, etc. to consider. So that pretty much rules out outdoor stadiums. How could you adjust all the workouts and travel if there's a rain out? Even warmer cities won't work. I've been to pro days in Florida and Arizona with wind and rain. So then he goes on to talk about some other here we go. I think Vegas, Atlanta, Arizona, Houston, and LA will be the top candidates to get the Combine after Dallas. Beyond that, maybe the league gets creative and uses some domes like Milwaukee to have it hosted by Green Bay in a sense, or perhaps Tropicana Field to have it hosted in Tampa Bay. I don't know what they have planned, but everybody is saying that it's a done deal and the Combine is leaving Indy after next year, and most believe that Dallas will get it first. So definitely that end quote there. So at Dallas will get it first. So I definitely think the NFL wants to make this a bigger spectacle, have more fans there, turn it into, obviously they pushed it to prime time. They're trying to make it more of a moneymaker for NFL Network and make it more of a draw in terms of attention and whatnot. So I think they're going to definitely move it around, but you have to think that the dome teams, like he said, are going to get the preference, because it would just be a nightmare in terms of if you have rain and in terms of canceling workouts. I don't know how they could adjust the schedule, because every day of the Combine, there's so much going on. You have the on-field stuff, but you have all the physicals, you have the Wonderlic tests, you have the team meetings, you just have the media meetings. It's a long few days for the players and the teams and everybody involved. So to have a rain out kind of blow one of the day's workouts, I'm not sure how they could really schedule that. So I think maybe they'll kick that idea around. But as they do, I think they're going to hit those dome cities, like he said. Obviously, the rumor around the league is that Dallas will host the Combine in 2023. Then after that, I think they'll definitely hit some of those dome teams like Atlanta, who has a convention center really close to their stadium. Obviously, Vegas, the NFL's pushing a lot of events there, with that being a new city for them. Houston definitely would be feasible because there's a lot of medical facilities right there by the Texans stadium, so that'd help with that aspect of it. And then Los Angeles, of course, the league has a big love for LA and the big cities and the big markets, of course. So I definitely am somewhat sad to see it leave Indy. I really enjoy that trip. I've made friends there at Indy from going there year after year, so I'm bummed that next year will be my last year to kind of visit them in person. but it definitely is in what the league is wanting to do with their all-star games. Same thing with East-West Shrine that they're now partnered in, and the Pro Bowl. Stuff's going to be moving around, trying to make it a bigger spectacle and money maker. So you can check out that blog below to get more info on kind of the future of the Combine. So that's topic one. Let's get into topic two, and that's Deshaun Watson. I've been hitting on this from time to time as we've had updates. Now he's back at practice, but barely practicing because he wants to be traded. It's getting kind of uncomfortable and toxic there with the Texans. But I definitely think the Texans are pushing this too much in terms of asking for too much. Supposedly, what they want for him is still 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a couple young veterans. And I just think that is ridiculous. I don't see how they're going to get that when you have a player that could be facing a significant, massive suspension from the NFL based on the civil lawsuits he has against him, and that the Houston police is investigating it. Those things could go sideways for him, and then the league is going to send a massive suspension down on him, I would think, at a season easy. So I just think that with that price tag that they're asking, and the team taking him on with the risk of a suspension, they're just asking for way too much. And the Texans made their bed with this. I mean, this all started under Bill O'Brien and his mismanagement of the franchise, all the terrible decisions he made on personnel, and then look at what they have nothing to show for trading away DeAndre Hopkins and Jadeveon Clowney. It's just absolutely pathetic management, horrible management by him. It all started when he forced out Rick Smith and that scouting staff that loaded that roster up with a lot of really good drafts, and then he just completely blew it. And he brought in other toxic people to that organization that have remained there. Then you bring in Nick Caserio from New England, who inherits this mess. Jury is still out on him. Obviously, same with the new Texans coaching staff. They are unable to convince Watson to have a fresh start and move on. And I think they really missed the opportunity to get a bigger haul for him when they tried to play hardball back in the spring when he first asked for the trade, and they said, no, we won't trade him, and he's our guy, and all that. At that point, after Cal McNair blew it when he alienated Watson and the whole GM search and other issues behind the scenes, Cal McNair is not the smartest of guys, and he keeps proving that consistently. And he blew it with Deshaun after Bill O'Brien was fired. So definitely the Texans are just a dumpster fire of an organization. It starts at top with Cal McNair. He's just a challenged individual mentally. So with that being the case, I don't see the Texans righting the ship anytime soon unless Nick Caserio is as good as they've billed him to be as far as a talent evaluator and prospective general manager. But I think with what the suspension looming, there's no way they're going to be able to get that price tag for him. So I think they're going to have to really reduce it. And the longer they keep him on the roster, the closer it gets to the suspension, I think it hurts the value more and more of what they can get in return for him. Because obviously if the suspension comes down, then it's really going to hurt what you're going to get for him if a team is trading for a quarterback that they're not even going to have on the field. So the Texans are blowing this situation. I think if they could get 2 or 3 first-round picks for him, forget about the twos, forget about the young veterans, but getting 2-3 first-round picks for Watson, they should do that deal and move on because it's a toxic situation. They blew it. They alienated a great young player. Obviously, he has his legal issues, and who knows, he denies it. But, who knows the truth there? I don't know the truth. I'm not getting into that. But as far as on-the-field football player goes, he's tremendous. They alienated it. They blew it. Now they have to own up to it and try and get what they can for him. And I think if they could get 2 or 3 first-round picks, that would make sense given the legal situation and the potential suspension that's coming his way. So anyways, that's this week's video, or this day's video. I'm going to be trying to do more of these, and I'll be back with you guys soon, but please like it and share it. Send it to your friends. Please subscribe to our channel and check the links below. Updated mocks. Walt's killing it on his preseason picks. He does every year. Cleans up some money there in the preseason. So definitely check those out. And we'll be back with you guys soon. I appreciate it. Take care. Love all of you.